What's up, my comic book lovers, collectors, whatever you may be? Welcome back. This is your man Stan here with another What's Inside That CGC short box. This is a DC short box along with a few Image and Indy books, and I can't wait to show you guys what I got. So everything's ready to go. Cheers to my fellow brew lovers, home brewers, craft brew lovers, whatever you guys like. I'm a big beer fan, big beer geek. This is an Oscar Blues Barrel Aged 1050. It's awesome. I love the Barrel Aged 1050. They come in the large cans. Cheers, guys. I know you guys love watching me drink beer. It's that fun. I know. All right, cool. We'll start off with Saga number 1. 9.6. Sent this out to be graded a while ago. Got back a 9.6. That's what I expected to get back from this book. Great spec book to have, guys. Awesome spec book to have. Saga's got only one way to go, and that's up. Any news of a Saga TV show, film, whatever, I know it'd be hard to do, but that book's gonna spike like crazy. I got one more that I sent out to be graded just now at C2E2, so I hope that one comes back at least a 9.6 as well. So Quantum and Woody, 8.5. This is the number 1 variant. Sweet book to have. Awesome story, awesome characters. It's their first appearance. Sick book. 8.5. A little more Valiant love for you. Little Harbinger, number 1. This usually has the mail order coupon cut out, so in this one it's included. It's a 8.5. Sweet characters. I read the recent run. Never read this one. Had it slabbed soon after I got it. No, look here. Another Saga, 9.6. What do you know? First one was a CGC, that one was a CBCS. In my experience, guys, I've realized that, or seen CBCS grade a little harder. Turnaround takes a little longer than CGC. That's why I stopped going to CBCS. CGC grades are just fine. They grade right on point for the most part. Yeah. Check this out, guys. Caliber number 1. Caliber Presents number 1, 9.6. This is the first appearance of the Crow. So, boom, right there. Of the Crow. You guys want me to show the back of the books? Just let me know. Just let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to show the back of my CGC books. Just give me a shout out and let me know, okay? Preacher number 1, 9.2. Got a Spawn number 1, 9.6. Sorry for the glare, guys. 9.6 for that Spawn. I thought it was coming back at 9.8, not gonna lie. I have a couple of these as well. This is my lower grade. My higher grade is on my wall downstairs. Excuse me. It's 7.5. I have 9.2 downstairs on the wall. I've got all my DC girls on the wall downstairs. I switched them out. I have my DC girls downstairs. DC Presents number 26. First appearance of the New Teen Titans, 9.2. Also a book that one way to go, and that's up. New Teen Titans are huge. They've been huge for the past 10 years at least now, especially for kids. What happens when those kids grow up, guys? They want their nostalgia back. They start collecting. They're like, oh man, I remember Teen Titans and I really want to buy the new Teen Titans book. That's what they're going to say in about 10 years. I don't know, maybe. But that's definitely a long-term hold for me. Awesome book. I love that book. This is just a sick cover. I've always loved this Batman and Robin's Adventures cover. Number 21. Got it on 9.8. That glare is horrible. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix that after this video. I've got some more short boxes of CGC books that I want to just show you guys. Just want to see what's in my own collection, kind of just go through it again, but also show you guys what I have in these boxes. Brave and the Bold number 54, 4.0 PGX. It looks like a 4.0. It looks like it needs a pressing and a cleaning. So after that, I think it'll come back a 4.0 if I get it re-slabbed at CGC anyway. It does look like a 4.0, but it looks like it can use a little bit of help. So what could have been a 3.0 at CGC, if I would have re-slabbed it and pressed it, it'd probably come back a 4.0 at CGC. So PGX doesn't grade very well. That's my opinion. But the books I've noticed haven't been really graded properly from PGX. So they definitely overgrade a little bit. The Sandman, classic Kirby cover. This cover is very similar to the Demon number 1 cover. The pose of the Sandman is very similar to the Demon. This is a 9.2, not the variant. So there's also a variant cover of this, guys, and it's this violet purple color on the cover, almost pinkish. I believe the color was running out when they were printing these, and it made it off a little bit. So that's the regular cover. There is that misprint as well. Superboy number 68, first appearance of Bizarro. When I bought this book, I bought it from a seller that really wasn't known. They sent it literally in an envelope. No cardboard, no nothing. They sent it in an envelope. Paper envelope. Obviously the envelope was large enough. It was like a manila style folder envelope, but it was all bent up, out of shape. Had to get it pressed. The seller didn't do anything for me because I got it for a good deal anyway. They didn't do anything for me. They said, just return the book. I'm like, no, I'm not returning the book. Even with the damage that it came in with because of your horrible packaging, I was able to press it out and at least get a 4.0. I thought this book was a little higher than that, not gonna lie, but it has some foxing. It has some foxing at the top there, and on the back as well, as you guys can tell. I might get it repressed. I think it could use one more pressing. Maybe not. Maybe not. And it has a little bit of water damage too, just a tiny bit. So, right there on that corner. So foxing, guys, is pretty much mold. It's pretty much mold on a book. That's what foxing is. You'll see that with older books, especially if they were kept in like damp basements and whatnot. Usually a press will get rid of some of the foxing. It will definitely discolor it. The foxing usually is like a blackish, brown, possibly like a gray sometimes. When you press it, it fades a little bit. It turns like a light orange. Sometimes it gets rid of it completely. But that one definitely had it bad. So John Byrne's X-Men number 21. We all know this is the first appearance of this guy, Hellboy, in American press. Okay, there was a dime press. Number 10 has the first appearance of Hellboy, but that's an Italian book. Then he also had an appearance in San Diego Comics number 2. I also have that book. I have that in 9.6. I'm selling that. It's on eBay right now, so check that out. My handle on eBay is Staszek number 1, and that's spelled Staszek 1. Check me out on eBay if you guys want. Okay. Got a few books on there. So the Pro number 1 in a 9.6. There's a little bit of hype about this. This is the Garth Ennis book. It's a cool back cover. I'll show this one. It's pretty cool. Kind of like a slutty superhero. Never read it, but it's Garth Ennis. So Ennis. I'm not quite sure how he pronounces his last name. So sorry about that, Garth, if you're watching. I thought I had my other books separated. Oh. Anyway, New Teen Titans number 2. First appearance of this guy, Deathstroke. One of my buddies that got me back into comic book collecting, Jeff, he actually has a tattoo, this exact image of Deathstroke. It's a favorite character of his, so 8.5. New Teen Titans books, guys, they're hot. They're undervalued. I think they're so undervalued. There's only one way for New Teen Titans books to go, especially the key books for that series, for that run, like this one, Tales of the Teen Titans number 44. It is the first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing, Doom. It's the origin of Deathstroke, and also first appearance of this guy, Jericho. So, sweet book to have. A lot going for it. Undervalued like crazy. I got that one raw. I got a bunch of them raw for pennies on the dollar. They really are undervalued. I probably paid about $30 raw for a few of my copies. I believe I sent another one out. Here's a restored copy of Brave and the Bold number 54. It's a C1, I believe, so color touch. And it's just a small amount of color touch on cover. It's something I could definitely get unrestored. And it's a 7.0 in CGC. So if I get this pressed and then get the restoration removed, I think this will come back a 6.5 at least after that unrestoration. Because I mean, after a pressing too, it can use one. I can't see this book dropping, and it's going to go from that purple header to that everyone despises, which is crazy. Only way I despise against that banner right there is if it had trimmings on the book as well. So I don't want a trimmed book. I'll take color restoration just in case I want to remove it any day. So especially in high grade like that. I mean that book is awesome. First appearance of the Teen Titans, so there's a little bit of a trend here on my spec books. Batman number 1. First time that Batman got renumbered ever. So awesome book. It's the start of the Court of Owls mention of them, and it's a 9.8. I had this pressed and slabbed. 9.8. Classic cover. Awesome writer. Alan Moore on The Killing Joke. First print. The first print has that neon green trade dress right there. So be on the lookout for that one. I mean, if you guys want to get the other prints, you can, but I'm a first print kind of guy. It's a 9.2. So, great book. If you guys haven't read this story, read it. Anything by Alan Moore. Swamp Thing run is awesome as well. He brought Swamp Thing back to life. So, DC Presents number 47. first appearance of He-Man in comic books. I never really watched He-Man as a kid. That was just slightly past my time, just slightly before my time, past my time. 9.6. Undervalued book as well. Just like this one. So Forever People #1. First appearance of Darkseid. This is the first full appearance. There was a cameo appearance that a lot of comic book collectors prefer to get, actually, and I forgot the book. I'm not gonna make you wait for me to think or remember the book. I know the cover. It's Superman getting carried on his back, but I forgot the cover, or I forgot the title and the numbering of that book. So 4.0 in this one. Forever People #1. Awesome Flash book, 139. It's the first appearance of Reverse Flash, also known as Professor Zoom. I love that cover. And also a book I felt got undergraded by CBCS. I mean, come on. Come on, that's not a 4.5. I believe there was a little bit of water damage on the top, but you can't even see it. I believe that this got undergraded for sure. Shazam #28. This book's gonna get hot with Black Adam. So this is the first Black Adam after the Golden Age. So he doesn't appear until this book, and this is in the Bronze Age, guys. He doesn't appear in the Silver Age at all, and it's his first in DC Comics as well. So this is a 6.0. 6.0. And another Tales of the Teen Titans #44. So we've got the first appearance of Nightwing. Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Deathstroke origin. And a first appearance of Jericho. Plus, just to make it all gravy, I've got George Perez's signature on that one. 9.0. Love it. Undervalued. Get it. It's a book that's going to go up. This is a book that I value very, very highly. I got it for a steal. I paid $900 for it. So that just gives you an idea of the caliber of the book. But it also is signed by Bernie Wrightson on the first page, where comic book writers, artists, whoever was involved, they would sign on the first page just because they didn't want to ruin that cover. This was done in the 80s. I'm sure it was done a little bit in the 90s as well, before that as well, when comic book conventions were about and everyone was getting signatures. But the artist or the writer signed it on the first page, never on the cover. So you know it's been signed around that time, 80s, early 90s, 70s. I don't know when this was signed, but it was a verified signature, and I got it for a 7. I got it at a 7.0, and it was slabbed already when I bought it, and it was verified with a signature already when I bought it. And this is a great freaking book to have. House of Secrets #92. You can't lose on this book. Swamp Thing's got one way to go. Great character, great art by the late Bernie, and it's fantastic. The slabs aren't fitting anymore. All right. So you guys might say, why this book? What is going on? Why are you showing me this garbage? This is Justice League number 37, but it is not garbage. Um, this is art done by Darwin Cook, and it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous art done by the late great Darwin Cook. So let me tell you a story. That's why I have this book. This has a story to it, and this story is kind of sad. So I went to the Baltimore Comic Con a few years ago, right? It was more than a few years ago. And it was my first con I ever went to, and Darwin Cook was there, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to have him sign it. I'm going to go to CBCS and have them, grab the signature for me and have him sign it. So I met him before he had his signing session, and the line was huge. I just said hi to him, said I enjoy your artwork, keep it up, man. I love it. And I didn't wait in line for the signature because I don't remember the reason. My friend had an anxiety attack, and he couldn't wait with me, and I went to check on him. Got out of the line, came back about an hour later, and the line was just huge, and we just needed to go. So I stepped out of line, but CBCS said, oh yeah, we'll grab the signature, we'll go over there and get it, signed for you, and then slabbed. As you can tell, it's not a yellow banner. So they never got it signed. And then 6 months later, he passed away. A little more than 6 months later. So it's my first con. I was excited to get this book signed by Darwin Cook. And then I never ever had the chance to, or I'll never ever have the chance to do that again. So this book is staying with me forever. It's no point in selling it. It's not worth anything. It'll never be worth anything. But it's just a story that I like to tell, and it's a sad story. So may it rest in peace. More Ellen, more goodness. Swamp Thing number 37, first appearance of John Constantine. I got this at a 9.2. And that's my box. That's my box of DC/indie books. And I do have a few more CGC boxes that I want to do the same thing for, just what's in that box kind of video. Maybe that's what I'll call it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. If you guys are not subscribed or haven't just said hello in the comments, say hello. I appreciate it. I always thumbs up it and say hi back, and thank you guys. So thanks guys for tuning in. Peace.